guys, welcome to another recap of Survivor Philippines. Last week, Matsing, oh boy, they lost another tribe member, aka Angie. Can Russell survive another week? Oy vey. Alright, so at Matsing, they can't get the fire started, which is even worse than being a big bunch of losers, because it's freaking raining and cold and it's depressing and you can cut the tension with a knife. There's only 3 people left, so it's awkward, and Russell is lacking in the self-awareness arena. He doesn't realize anything. I mean, it's crazy, and he's only there, according to Malcolm, because they need to put asses in the seats, and by asses I mean muscles. So Russell, I guess, grew some self-awareness and started looking for the idol, but he didn't find it. And Denise, just a big red flag went up for her. She was like, it was awful suspicious. So of course they go rifling through his stuff and they don't find the idol in there, and they figure, well, if he does have it, he's probably got it on him. Not to worry, kids, he didn't find it. So at Tandang, everyone's tired of the rain as well. And there's a little chaos happening. Abby sees the clue in RC's bag, and she's like, what's it doing there? Who put this there? And she doesn't trust RC to begin with, and Pete planted it, but they didn't know that. So a little fight broke out between RC and Abby, and Lisa's thrilled. Well, Pete is too, but Lisa's thrilled because it's like, honey, take the heat off of me. You two fight it out. Let me just stay in the background over here. Alright, so at Calabao, it's a tribe full of young whippersnappers. So Penner and Jeff, they gotta stick together. They should probably start dating because they need to stick together. But now Carter, he's one of the young whippersnappers, but he realizes the other young whippersnappers are all girls, so he should probably hang out with the guys. So he wants Jeff and Jonathan to have an open marriage, and they do. So the girls, they also have an epiphany as they're left alone. They need to stick together. They don't need a man. Alright, it's time for the immunity challenge, and it's the old transport 6 pots of rice on a milkmaid's harness across an obstacle course, stick them up on holders, and then use a like pendulum thing to break them all. Alright, not too complicated, kind of interesting. So the first tribe to finish obviously gets immunity, but then they also get steak, veggie, and spices. A pretty nice dinner. And second place, well, they're still second, you know, they win, but they're still second place, so they either get a veggie selection with a pot to cook it in, or a tarp, their choice. And of course, they get immunity as well. So all of the ladies sat out, except for Denise, because she's on the loser tribe. No one can sit out on that tribe. And the competition starts, and Matsing is in the lead at first, which is very promising. It's like, oh, finally, maybe their losing streak is turned around. Well, Tandang passes them up and gets first place, and then it was a super close finish. I mean, it came down to 1 pot, each tribe. Calabao had a huge comeback, and they ended up winning second place, which means that Matsing has to go to tribal. Russell has a major freak out. Oh my god, he starts yelling. Jeff's like, who in the hell are you talking to? Are you talking to God? Are you talking to everyone else? And Russell at one point calls Jeff Lord. He got a little confused, but he has his rant, and he thinks that he needs to be excellent all the time because he was made by God and he should be excellent, and he was made in his image and he should never fail. I think he got one too many Little League trophies for not winning. Sorry, Russell. But Calabao, I mean, they don't miss a step. Jeff pretty much dismissed Russell and then was like, okay, you guys, you take your junk and get out. And Calabao actually wanted to trade their food for the tarp. Pretty wise decision, I think, because while a meal is only for one time, the tarp is for the rest of the season. So back at Matsing, it's the saddest day ever. It's even sadder than when Malcolm's dog died, that he had like forever. But Malcolm and Denise are aligned. Or are they? Yeah, they are. You do the math. You know what that means, kids. It means Russell's not going to have a very good day. Or maybe he will, because maybe he just wants to get the hell out of there. But he tells Denise, he has his own personal therapy session, tells her about how he got beat up in school and how he retaliated and how he felt better. And okay. You know, everybody's pretty much got a story like that, whether they want to admit it or not. And everybody in Matsing tells everybody else that they're going to, you know, they're in alliance with them. So everyone's going and everyone's staying. So they go to Tribal and the wind is picking up and it's freaking freezing there. Everyone is shivering, but especially Russell. He was visibly like shaking. And Jeff realizes, yeah, everybody's telling everybody they're going and staying. And then Russell tells Jeff he had his therapy with Denise and he's not crazy. He can expect to be excellent. It's not a big deal. Sure, Russell, you just keep telling yourself that because when I do the math, there's always got to be one loser and one winner. There can never be two winners. Malcolm takes full responsibility for losing. Yeah, who cares? Then Jeff goes through the whole why should you stay, why should they go thing, and it's neither here nor there because it's time to vote and Russell's going home, and you knew that that was coming, so it didn't really matter. But the fun part is next time, kids. Denise and Malcolm, they're the only two left. They go looking hardcore for the idol. I have a feeling that they're not going to find it. They don't need to find it because it looks like Jeff's going to be pulled from the game. Or at least that's what they want us to think till next week. But his knee is pretty effed. So until next week, much love.